Welcome to the SOS Save Our Soccer channel. I'm Enzo Coppola and thank you for tuning in. Last night, Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in the World Cup final to become world champions. I even put their flag up. So well done to Spain, and it was good to see them win. Before I get into the game itself, I'd like to give a little bit of history about Argentina and their antics in World Cup finals. So, look, there's no denying their pedigree. They are a top footballing nation, and they've got some excellent players. Obviously, the best one in this era is Messi, and they've also had Maradona and so on. So the pedigree is undeniable, but they do have a very checkered history when it comes to certain World Cups. And I'll pick out a few. Starting in 1986, everyone will remember and know the hand of God incident when Diego Maradona, famously handballed a ball with his left hand and scored a goal past Peter Shilton. And for some reason, no official saw it, and there was no VAR in those days, so they got away with it. And somehow that hand of God incident has been justified, as illegal as it was, by the goal that came afterwards. Literally 4 minutes later, Maradona scored the goal of the century, as it was voted at the time, where he skinned 6 England players, top England players, and made them look like under sixes. And even including the goalkeeper Peter Shilton went around him and scored a goal. Brilliant stuff. So there's no denying their pedigree. But when it comes to other issues, we also fast forward to 1990, when it was the Coppa d'Italia, the World Cup in Italy, and Italy, I beg your pardon, Argentina met Germany in the final. But in that World Cup, leading up to that final, Argentina had not made any friends at all, because they were tackling everything that moved, and most of the tackles were unfair, illegal. They got away with a lot. Came to the final. A lot of people, and I remember in 1990, a lot of people didn't want Argentina to win that game because of the way that they comported themselves. So in the final, Germany beat them 1-0 with a penalty in the last few minutes by Andreas Bremer. So they went home with their tails between their legs. And in that final, it was the first time ever that a team had 2 players sent off in the same match. So Argentina had 2 players sent off and ended up with 9 men in that final in 1990. But fast forward to now, the present day, and we look at this tournament here, and the same thing happened. You know, many people, including myself, were hoping that Argentina would not win this World Cup, and because of the antics, you know, the way they carry on, they're arrogant on the field. They're always diving, trying to bar fouls, moaning at the referee. Even when they make a blatant foul, they still moan and say, "Oh, it wasn't me," you know. So all those antics over and above, and including the perceived help that they were getting from FIFA and the officials. And it was plain to see for everybody, and something that I've highlighted on this channel is going back to the first game against Algeria, when Messi should have been sent off, and he scored 5 goals in those 2 games. And then against it was Egypt, they got the rub of the green there very badly. Egypt were very unlucky. Same thing happened against Switzerland. Same thing happened there. And then against England too. They shouldn't have had that second goal. It should have been disallowed. So I don't think Argentina deserved to be in the final, to be honest. They didn't deserve to be in the final. And the way it turned out, that's exactly how it was. They didn't try a single shot in 90 minutes. In 90 minutes, not a single shot on goal. Not even a speculative one from 50 meters. Nothing. for 90 minutes. I don't think, it's never happened in a World Cup final before, and I don't think it's even happened at international level anywhere, never mind the World Cup, that a team doesn't even try to take one shot at goal. Messi and everyone included in the team, they didn't even try. They obviously set out their stall nice and early. We're going to sit, we're going to defend, and hope for the best and try and get something on the break. Maybe Messi will do a bit of magic. And the ref didn't fall for his tricks this time here, because every time Messi got near the penalty area of Spain, he would fall over, and thankfully the referee didn't buy it. I wonder how many free kicks and penalties he's bought that way, playing in his little cocoon in Spain. So, look, I don't want it to come across like I don't like Messi. I do like him, but I think he's got immense talent, incredible ability, and he's done so many things in his career. But I really think that he's done himself a huge disservice for his legacy by staying in his little cocoon in Spain. He should have gone like Ronaldo did and played in different leagues across the world, and then we could say something. Yes, okay, then he deserves to be one of the best. But in my opinion, well, I'll leave it for another program, but I think you know my opinion there. It's not that I dislike him. I do respect him a lot. I just think that he gets a lot going his way when he doesn't deserve it. So, but coming back to the game, it was a very boring game. One of the most boring games, never mind a boring final, was one of the most boring games in the entire tournament for the entire season, include all the other leagues that we've been watching. And that in itself is a disgrace. Apart from the fact that Argentina, they didn't try to play. Okay, they were just spoiling whenever they could. But, I mean, what is the point of getting to the final if you don't want to try and win it? I mean, that was really ridiculous and disgraceful. And the way that they behaved after the game, they was pushing and pulling. I didn't actually watch all of it afterwards, but I saw some highlights, and I see there's some disgraceful behavior. And that's for that guy Paredes. How he didn't get sent off early on in the game, I don't know, because he was sent on in the second half to do the job, to start putting his body about and start making tackles, which he did. And he picked up a yellow quite early, but then the referee, it's one of his down points, he didn't have the balls to give him that second yellow. Excuse me, because in my opinion, he committed at least 3 or 4 other fouls that were definite yellow card offences. And he chickened out there. It turns out that after the game he did get a red card anyway, but it was too late in terms of the game. So all in all, very disappointing final. Happy that Spain won. And why did the referee blow the whistle so soon when it came to that first goal that was disallowed? If he had waited a second, then he would have seen that it was a purely good goal. It was a good goal. But he saw something, in another Argentinian falling over, Otamendi. I mean, where was the foul? I never saw the foul there. So he blew, and the VAR couldn't review it because he'd already blown his whistle. But if you'd waited a couple of seconds, let the movement unfold, then Williams' goal would have stood. But thankfully, they didn't come back to bite anybody in the behind. So, but Spain played well. They tried their best. They were attacking. They didn't have great finishing up front. They had so many chances to score, some very, very good chances, and they didn't take them. So they could have been their own worst enemies. But they did win, and it was a good victory for football, for sanity, because we don't want a bunch of cheats, which is basically what Argentina were. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but Argentina were cheats. And you know, in a different, if Messi was in a different team, he would still shine. But you could see he was walking around the whole game. The whole game, he just walked around. I don't think he had to wash his kit once this whole tournament, including last night. So, I mean, he was nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be seen. He had a few touches towards the end, taking free kicks in his own half, trying to make things happen. really was very disappointing. And I think it's time that he retires now, has a few more tattoos, maybe put it on his slippers and smoke a pipe and munch on his lays as he tries to learn a little bit of English. So, but we still have to thank him. I still have the utmost respect for him, and I thank him for being part of this era with him and Ronaldo that we've been very blessed to witness. So, well done to Spain, and long may they reign. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. A lot of you watch, but you don't subscribe. I'd appreciate it if you do. It does help. It's free. And click a like, and also sharing would be nice too. So thank you once again for tuning in.